literally just got home from work. There's a Siemens Extraklasse XL1000 that's been thrown out. To show you the follow-up clip after this. I'm gonna go get it. And this is hilarious because tomorrow I'm also getting another temporary machine, so this will be... I've never seen this model. It's got a fully white door and it's got a glass shield on it like the Series IQ, so I'm gonna go and get it. Wish me luck. Let's go. You're watching Florence Ballard A3060 on film.
This is
Florence Ballard A3060.
Doors will open on the right-hand side.
Look what I found. A Siemens Extraklasse XL1000. Don't know what's wrong with it. Bearings are fine. So I'm gonna try and get that. Fucking hell, I have two temporary machines in one go. Wow. Let's test the Siemens. So it comes on. Put it onto a spin. See if that works. I think I know what might be the problem. Well, it comes on alright. It's 24 years old, this machine. I think we suspect what the problem might be. It may... No? Okay, no, it's not the brushes. So it bloody works. It must just be because it's rusty. Wow. I can drop the hose at the back and get some of the water out of it. Runs smoothly. Okay, so it works. Okay, well, we'll have to see if it works on a wash cycle at some point. I think we discovered the problem. Pump seals failed. Yep. That's probably what's caused it all. That's probably what's caused all the... Yep. That's closed tightly, that is. That's just leaking all the water out. Right, okay, fair enough. So we're outside, machine's on the side. I've taken all 4 feet out. So that's how bad the rust is. Yeah. So I'll sand that down, give it a clean, and I've got my primer and my spray paint. I'm using coarse sandpaper, and I've got fine sandpaper for the... Yeah, so you just do. Put it on the side. And get it down to the bare metal, and then see. a lot of it coming off here. So that way then we get down to the bare metal, and then we can apply the primer. Once we've given that all a wipe, kick strip will come off. I'll attack that bit as well. Bloody hell. You can probably see the little bits of chrome come through. That's bare metal. That's what you want. Yeah, that's coming through in there. So that's that. So here's what we've done. Sanded down all the front bit here. Kick strips off here. I've even sanded that bit down there. I'm not too fussed about how perfect it'll be, because it's probably not going to be sold. I probably might just give it to a collector when I'm done. So I'm going to just give that a good wipe with some warm soapy water, maybe a scouring pad as well. Let's go over that, and then we can put in the primer on, and then we can go from there. So this is where we're up to now. And a few bits of spraying. Yeah. It's looking a bit blotchy because it needs a few more coats. So I'll let that dry. Just scrubbing some of the paint that went on the floor. That primer, look what happened. The primer got blocks, and yeah, that's looking a lot better. After we're done with the spraying, you can see here, I'll then go over and clean the machine. I don't want to clean the machine now for it to get dirty again, rather just clean everything at once and then that's it. And that'll be that. We want film plus spray. So wait about sort of 10 minutes there for that one. So we're coming to the end of this paint, I can tell. I didn't need to spray any of, yeah, so yeah. Yeah, it's getting to the end of it, I can tell. Look inside the machine, I've tipped the machine down. Just a load of dead spiders and whatnot in there. But it's got sound insulation there, which I didn't know that these had. Webs away, as you know, cobwebs are not my number one thing at all, and I'm not their number one fan. So it's got those old type shock absorbers. However, the suspension seems okay on this, giving it a bounce, and even a test with a little towel, it seemed fine. So I'm going to undo the motor and take that out, and then once the paint, I'll put the feet back on. You can see. Then after that's done, I'll just basically stand the machine back up and let that dry. Alright, let's see what we can do. It's a bit hard to film, but this is the best thing I ever got from B&Q Torx wrench set. So basically we do, this is how I got the spider off the WD-64. I hit that with a hammer. I might as well get the motor out, oil it up, and we can also check the brushes. I bet they will need replacing. So far I've spent nothing on this machine. And it works, but as I say, the pump's clear, so that's fine. I might want to disconnect the plug and the earth cable. Yeah, my hands look like ghost at the moment. That's nice and easy. Normally those are a bit of a fight to get off. The plug. So I'm about to get that out on my. Always be careful though, because if this slips and you catch your hand on the cabinet, so least letting the paint dry. It will need a full like 24 hours to fully cure, and then we can wipe the machine down properly. It won't be the best jobs, but it will look better than anything else. I've got to be careful of this, hang on. Here's the brushes. I don't know what motor this is, by the way. Oh, you got plenty left on that. So it's this type that you pull the spring out from. Okay. Oh, this looks like it's recently had a carbon brush replacement then. That's the only thing I can think of. It's got a set of motor bearings there and another at the front. Yep, simple connector like that. Okay. And make the machine a bit lighter. It's got one concrete weight at the top, and I think that's all it's got. Or has it got one around the front? Oh, it's got one around the front as well. So it seems to hold water in the tub as well. There's no problem with that. It's very good for a 24-year-old washing machine. It's almost vintage. So yeah. Okay. So we'll stand that up then. And put the back. We'll put the back on now. Stand it up. And I'll oil the motor. And we'll check everything else inside. Right. So I also discovered there is actually rust under the drawer. So I'll leave that for another day. I'm going to let the paint fully dry on this. I've stuffed a glove in there as well. And then we give the machine a proper cosmetic clean. So as we know, inside the drawer's fine. So I still need to clean all that up. And all the screws that I'm not using are staying in it. Well, that'll be it. Bring these parts into clean, motor to oil. Apart from that, we're all good. So the cleaning are done. Right, I'm going to wrap her under the cover and then that'll be done. So I've got the motor here. I'm going to put some of this Singer oil onto it. It's got two motor bearings. It's got one this side and one that side. So what I'm going to do is put some in this one, leave it to sit for a couple of hours, flip it over, do the next side, and they both get it. So just a few drops here and there, like make sure it gets in nicely. There's not really much coming out there. There you go. Got some drops coming out there. Not really much coming out. Okay, so you got that in there. Give it a little spin. It seems smooth. More right in the centre. There you go. That's it. And that'll whisk that around. Sorry, out of focus there. You can see it there. Mum's dropping into containers in the background. Okay, so I'll leave that upright for about a couple of hours, let it soak through. I'll flip the motor over, do the other bit. In the meantime, I do have the cosmetic bits to clean, but before we do that, let's have a look at the machine itself. So it's here. Web's that here, is there? Nothing. Okay. So I know I need to get the drawer out. The drawer, that is immaculate. I'm amazed at that. But there is some rust here, and you see, watch this. There you go. Now, unfortunately, my primer is playing up. I end up getting all over the bloody floor because of it. But that's come out all right. I'm not really looking for perfect clean. That's again got to be cleaned up. These screws, I mean, that is rusted. So I don't know, that one there is, I don't even know if there's any redemption in getting that out. Those two are fine. That bit I might have to break and then put another screw there. Taut screws anyway. Although I don't know, it doesn't look like, from what I can see, it doesn't look like it's affected anything. No, there's actually no rust under there. I could probably attack that with sandpaper, put some tape over this and cover that up, and then do it that way. And apart from that, there is no other signs. There's little blotches here and there. There is a bit round here that I need to get, so I need to pull the door seal sort of off and do that, and then that just needs a scrub. There's doors coming off, so there you go. November 2000 this is from. It's WH54080 GB/07. Yeah, apart from that, there's a bit of mould. I mean, it's not actually too bad. That's very salvageable. If I do this alright, I could maybe bring this in. Maybe tomorrow. We'll get on with that now. We know it works. So I'm just going to scrub some of that. I'm going to pull the door seal back because it looks like there's rusting around it. And then we'll see what we can do. It'll be lighter to move without the motor, so what I will do is get the machine. That will need replacing as well. The other door screws, apart from that one there, is fine. I'll put some cross-headed screws in those ones instead. And that'll be it. The door glass doesn't look too bad. I've got this. I like this about Siemens. So yeah. I wonder if that was meant to... Nah, all the way around, I don't know. Okay, so we'll see what we can do. And then we'll give everything one final clean once that gets in the house. Fisher and Paykel is currently on as well. There we have it, not a perfect paint job. Door was split, put that together. Needs a bit more of a descale. That's been bleached and done as much as I can. Seals back on. That needs a maintenance wash, and that'll be all cleaned up. Yeah. That, whatever's on that interlock, that will just not shift, it's sustaining. So yeah, I do need to sandpaper this down tomorrow. I could probably, you know, I can't do it now, but that's not bad. Kick struts back on with the filter, so I think we'll call it a night. And there you go, been cleaned up. I didn't realise this. You've got that grey plastic bit, it creates that look around it. I think tomorrow, because the motor's marinated, I think tomorrow we'll get the machine in. I'll pull the Fisher and Paykel out, and we'll get this on a test. That's not the foot of the machine. The feet are on that, but that isn't the foot. And then I'll give the machine a once over. So I've had a clean of the drawer as well. I think we'll give the machine a once over, and she may be ready for the maiden wash load. But I'm going to do a maintenance wash and test everything. I do need to look at the filter. I think what I am going to do with the filter is put a layer of sealant around the seal on it, because for some reason it was dripping slightly. There's fireworks still going on, and it's like the 9th of November, I think, or 8th. It's just a pity it's a 1000 model, because otherwise I would, if it was a 1200 model, I would have kept it, or 1400. But I've had fun with this. I've had a lot of fun. Yeah, I always hate how it's a Bosch Siemens thing that I see that you've got little bits there that are flaked. That's where the bloody see, that does come off. That's the only problem. I don't know why. I'm going to take this in. Yeah, I might try some of that white vinyl stuff that Phil uses. That's a brand new seal. I mean, it's not probably brand new. This has come from, like, I think, a Siemens XL 1400. There is still some scale on that needs removing. I do like... That's a glass thing there, though. The Siri IQ, it will say Siri IQ across there. I do like that. No gashes to the door glass, though. The suspension seems fine, because I did do a test video, as you saw. Look, I mean, that is... That's rock solid, that suspension. There's no... It's late at night, so I'm trying not to wake anyone. But yeah, I do like the colours though on that. Always love their dials. Always have preferred Siemens to Bosch. So I'm going to take that in. Where is it? And around that I'm going to put a bead of silicone. What's that? Bead of silicone around that. And then that'll be that. And then it dries in an hour, but I'll fit it tomorrow morning when it's fully cured over. And then that should hopefully see that through. It'll be dry so it won't come off. So I'll keep that on and I'll put that around it. We'll see what happens. Right, so for now, that's that. I use that to weigh the thing down. I do like the dotted top they've got. It's done well for 24 years. It's obviously had new brushes in it. But all that works. I've got to check all the buttons work and everything. I think we'll give it like a Cotton 60 with, I'll probably do like do full spin, 1000, and see what happens without. I like there's actually a click. But there we go. Alright. So, I always thought it's like a Mandela effect. I always thought they were spelt like that, not with an E. I thought it was Extraklasse as in that. So yeah, electronic. I don't remember these being that old as 2000, but I'm glad I saved it. If there is anyone who might want this, then let me know. And I apologise for the lack of videos I've had. My MacBook Pro has been in repair. It's still in repair as I'm talking, but you're going to see this afterwards. So yeah, brilliant. Almost got high on the fumes of that, so there it is. It's not the best. I have tried to smooth it over with a screwdriver just to flatten it. So once that dries, then I'll be able to go into that and I'll be able to, because if I put it in now, the seal would stick, and all the bit of paint I've got on there. I need a shower, I do. So this bedding's come in handy. That's what I use it for now. See, you get washed and then that'll be that. That will go into next towel wash. So there's a WD-64 and the Fisher & Paykel is here that just did a load of my workloads on Everyday 60. So this will come out, Siemens will come in and then do a test. What I'll do is after fitting the motor is do a test with the back off, run the machine fully up to 1000, and then yeah, we'll do that. Right, that's it for the night then. Got the motor here. Torque wrench with a 10mm socket attachment. So Cookie thinks this could be a BSH own brand motor. Not the way for it to go on. There's some green gunge that came off the Fisher & Paykel and I'm concerned what it is. I have got there's oil on that, so I need a towel. Is that in focus still? Good. It will draw it on the rest of the way as we put these on. Start them off. This is honestly the best tool I ever got. Change that. When I was fixing the WD-64, this was the only tool I had that actually got the spider bolts off. If it hadn't been for this, I would have had to use I was trying to have use a Dremel to cut the bolts. But I put that on there and I whacked it with a hammer, dislodged it in 2 goes. And what I'm going to do is not going to tighten it all the way, just tighten it to there, so then it will draw. It's relaxing, it's quite satisfying doing that. Shock absorbers on this are, for the cheap ones they are, really good. So I don't know, like, has this been refurbished by someone and then, unless it was under warranty and it's been fixed. The only problem was the rust on it. I know there's still a bit of rust on there, but I don't know, we'll see. I want it tight, but do that extra bit. Now you know that is not going to come out. See how stiff that suspension is. Right, let's get the drive belt, stick that on. We're good to go. Where have I kept the belt? Here. I always hate doing the belts on these because I cut my hand doing this once. So the thing is, get it round the motor shaft and then round the pulley. And just pull it over with one hand like that. That's the pipe I've left inside the machine. It's on there nicely. Brushes are literally probably got about 2-3 years left in this, so. Right, let's get the belt on. No, actually no. Let's put this on a test spin to 1000 RPM with the back off and see how we go. Spinning nicely. Motor's making a bit of a like pump's making a bit of a probably hear it. That's alright though. Oh, it does that anti-tangle. That's all the scale from the front of it. It's the only sound it's making that is a bit. Someone needs to check that. I'll stop wiping up around the back. Oh, I'm impressed. Not been cleaned up yet, but I'll just better do a test like 1000 RPM. Its test load will be the bedding, but I put the stuff on last night to clean, and then I'll do an actual maiden wash after. I'm just up here cleaning. Maybe once I get some water through the pump and everything, it might help. I'm nowhere near the... What's 800 I think that'll go. Yeah, 800 RPM. Film this on the camera, but I've got my phone, so I'm not supposed to do it like this once. I've never had a Siemens, well, I have had a Siemens in it, but not one of this type. Ooh, it fits in nicely. Which way is it on level? I'm going to lift and raise this one. It's surprisingly lightweight. How does that work? That's level. Ooh. That really looks good there. I quite like that. Right. So, get on test. It holds water fine, apart from the fact it does leak from the filter. So it looks like I'm going to need a new sump housing for this. Suspension's fine. As you can see, I'm just rinsing it out to get all the stuff out from inside. But yeah. Also so that will need a whole new filter and everything. But apart from that, the seal holds and everything. So at least I can just rinse out some stuff in there. So I think we're going to get the WD-64 back in. I'll keep this outside. New pump been installed. There's the old one. Done a water test. Nothing seems to be leaking out yet. Had the machine in bits. It's an Ascol pump, straight in, straight out. Filled it with half a jug of water. Out in the passageway, not a drop at all. Nothing is wet under there or anything. Yeah, so I'll show you what happened. Apart from being spray paint, look how badly damaged that end of that was. There's no seal on that whatsoever. So yeah. Check we fit the door seal back. I think we should be okay. If that goes to plan, I'll stick 2 dishwasher tablets in. Well, we don't want to throw Kilrock straight away because it drains. I've given that a bit more of a clean up. I do still need to wipe down some of that paint, but we should be fine after this. That pump was only about £14. Brand new one though. So this got broken, but I am keeping it for the seal. Impressive. Not any leaks whatsoever. So I can clearly put that on now. Good water level. It flushes all 3 compartments as well on the final. I think it's just the final rinse. Give that another wipe as well. This is just also rinse out any crud that's inside the drum as well. WD-64 Saturday going to go out in the passageway. Here, one thing though, always with Siemens, you do hear the water in the machine. See? Alright. That's on test. 2 dishwasher tablets, Kilrock scaler, and I have scrubbed the door seal with bleach and the glass. Let's put that on too. I like that. Cotton's 90's not at the top. So what I've done, up to 1000 RPM. Once that extra rinsing, we'll go. This will fill the hot water now. So this will test if the heater works as well, because we know the machine's watertight, we know the solenoids work, well, we know the hot one does. It's nice having a hot fill machine. I know it'll actually help clean the machine out better. They probably were using like Cotton's 40 or something all the time, so it probably wasn't really getting much. I can't remove that bloody stain on there, that's the only thing that's annoying me. There we go. So we've successfully completed the maintenance wash. So I've still got a little bit there to clean in the seal, but the rest of that has come up really clean. A little bit there as well. Smells a little bit bleachy in there, but nothing too much. I realised why we're not hitting 1000 RPM on the spin cycle. The spin only is limited to 800 on these. Now that is a bit shifting from that. That still needs a bit of a scrub in there. If I go that with a toothbrush, maybe we might do that. We'll see what we can do. So I don't know what Mum's playing that music. So yeah, that did that in about an hour and something. So probably could get the maiden wash on. I don't know, not today maybe. We'll see. But that's nice and clean and it works. No leaks. Heats up perfectly. And goes all that. Does 3 rinses on the cotton cycle or with a spin fill. So what I'll do is I don't know how many videos I'll get out of this, and then before that I don't really know if it'll be able to be a sellable machine, mainly because the way the paint's come out on that, and it's just, I don't know. I'll see if a collector wants it. I know Dorian can't take it because he hasn't got much space. We'll see. Someone, maybe Witchwasher 2007 might want it. He might have something he might give away for it as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It's only 1000 RPM, so even if I wanted to keep it, it's not only not the exact Siemens model I want, but it is also way too slow for something I'd want of Siemens. I'd at least want a 1400 machine, and probably one with a chrome door. But my dream one would be the Series IQ model from, well, roughly the same era as this one. I mean, this is actually from the Series IQ range. This was just the extra class ones. They were the lower spec models. I'd want the IQ 183, 34, or 30. I think that was as well. 33 as well. They're the 1800 models. I don't think we got them in the UK though. I know. Right. So I'll end it on that one, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little process we've had of this machine. And I do apologise for the absence of uploading. My MacBook's been in for repair. I got it back yesterday, so I'm already uploading the Fisher & Paykel video. WD-64's there, and I'm sorting out old hoses. The Fisher & Paykel is now outside. I will bring that in at some other point. Mum's making a cake for my Uncle Richard. This is his birthday tomorrow, 13th of November. Anyway, guys, yeah, so thank you for your patience on that. We were going to see Dorian at the end of the week. So my Mini's going in for a service on Thursday, so we should be all ready for a long drive. Thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to keep it supreme and go with the flow.